Hi friends, welcome back to Ouroboros Tarot. Today's pick a card reading is looking into how they see you as well as your connection. We'll also pull tarot to see how it is that they're currently feeling, as well as what this person is desiring for this connection in the future. And I have 3 piles for you guys to choose from today. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Go ahead and pause this video if you need to. Take as much time as you need to find the pile that sits right with your energy as well as with your person's, and I will see you in a minute. Hi pile 1. If you chose this full circle card, then this is going to be your reading on how they are currently seeing you as well as this connection. And this card here is going in with how they are currently viewing your connection. We also have lemur, and the keyword is warmth, crocodile, and prostitute. And then for cards concerning how they see the connection, we have the riddle, and we have number 52, mending. We're also going to pull tarot in a little bit to look into how they're currently feeling about you and about the connection, as well as some oracles to see what it is that they are hoping for, what it is that they are desiring in this connection. But let's go ahead and start with how they're seeing you. I feel as though this person is seeing you as somebody, is viewing you or is remembering you at a distance, is what I would say. I get the feeling that they feel as though you might need some space, or as though you are kind of biding your time, taking some space for yourself to come up with some conclusions or answers for yourself when it comes to something about this connection. There's definitely an element of them seeing you as somebody who's very patient, somebody who isn't really perhaps taking action at this time, but also somebody who's not impulsive, who's like actively taking space to reflect, to decide, and to do something that is right for everyone involved in this situation. I get the feeling that obviously we're going to look into how they're feeling in a little bit, but I feel as though they miss you with this lemur card here. This doesn't feel as though this is a connection that is in contact or a connection that is at its strongest point currently. And I feel as though they're seeing you as somebody who is very caring, very nurturing, very much, I want to say like insightful, perhaps even like maybe you're a yogi of some kind. There's this element with the lemur of them seeing you as somebody who brings warmth, comfort, nurturance, kindness to those around you. I do kind of wonder if perhaps they're seeing you also as somebody who perhaps betrayed them with this lemur here and then the prostitute. But I think that would be for just like a very small portion of you. I really think that with the prostitute here, this is more indicative of them seeing you as somebody who does not, or who is unwilling to betray themselves in some sort of way. You seem to be somebody in their eyes who is very steadfast in who they are, what it is that they believe, what it is that they want, and you cannot be strayed from the path that you have set for yourself, is kind of what I'm picking up on. When it comes to how they're viewing the connection, with full circle, the riddle, and mending, this seems to be a connection where there is a call of some kind for a release, for an ending of some kind. And it could be that there is like an ending happening between the two of you. It could be that something from this connection just genuinely needs to be released so that the connection continue forward. But they don't quite understand what exactly is happening. There's this understanding that kind of perhaps this connection has reached its peak, or that this connection there's a repetition happening, a cycle coming to a close, and it's about to repeat itself. But they don't understand entirely what all of this means. They don't know what the right choice is to make. They don't know. There's just confusion here. When they think of the connection, they feel confused about the future of it. With mending here, there is a desire to kind of bring this connection back together. There's a desire to work on things and figure out this riddle together, to find the lesson within the connection together. But they're unsure of whether or not that is something that you want as well. So if that's resonating, let's go ahead and look into what it is that this person is currently feeling. How is Pile 1's person currently feeling about Pile 1 and their connection? How are they currently feeling? Okay, we have the Emperor. How are they currently feeling? We have the Tower, the 5 of Swords. How are they currently feeling? We have the 9 of Swords. Why is the Emperor here? We have the High Priestess. Why is the Tower here? Okay. We have the 7 of Cups and the 9 of Wands. Why is the 5 of Swords here? We have the Hierophant, and why is the 9 of Swords here? We have the Chariot. And then on the back of the deck, we have the 8 of Wands. Okay, so how is this person currently feeling? The first thing I would say, the first thing that like really stood out to me was this Hierophant and the 5 of Swords, and the message that came through was that I get the feeling that this person feels as though this connection benefits perhaps them more so than it does you, or vice versa. There's kind of like an imbalance when it comes to the benefits of this connection, and the ways in which this connection has kind of cycled through in the past. The ways in which this connection has remained the same benefit one person more so than the other. We have the Tower, the 7 of Cups, and the 9 of Wands. This to me is telling me that there's a great deal, I would say with the Tower and also with the 9 of Swords, there's a great deal of fear within this person when it comes to, I would say, losing this connection, especially because the Tower is about loss, it's about destruction. And clarifying the Tower, we have the 7 of Cups and the 9 of Wands. I feel as though this person really feels as though they don't know what the right thing to do is. They don't know what the right choice to make is for this connection. But they also don't want to give this connection up. probably because this connection benefits them more so than it does you. There's a lot of movement here too, with the Chariot and then the Eight of Wands being the bottom of the deck energy. It feels like this is something that it feels like it's out of their control. Like the riddle might be showing up here because they realize that they aren't going to know the answer or the outcome to where this connection is headed until you come out of this like crocodile energy of like withdrawing and then bringing them a decision. I feel as though it's you who has withdrawn, and it's because you are trying to come up with an answer. And they're very fearful of the message and the direction that this connection is going to be heading in. And I see it with the Emperor and the High Priestess as well. I see themselves sitting here desperately wanting to have control over this situation, really wanting to be able to bring this connection into an energy of mending it, but they don't have that power. They're reliant on you, on this High Priestess energy. And the High Priestess is somebody who relies heavily on their intuition, which makes sense when we have this watery crocodile here withdrawing and waiting for the answers to come. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. This person feels as though they don't have very much control over the situation right now. They're very much aware of the imbalances going on in this connection, and they're also very much aware of the possibility for destruction coming their way. Let's go ahead and look into what it is that they are hoping is going to happen between the two of you. What does pile one's person desire for this connection? Okay, we have someone soon, visions. What does pile one's person? Okay, yeah. We have someone soon, visions, predictions of growth, and cosmic exploration. I think that this essentially is telling you that what they desire is for a return. With someone soon here, I get the feeling that they're hoping that you two can come back into union. And visions, prediction of growth, cosmic exploration, they're all expansive energies. They don't want destruction. What they want is this connection to continue forward in a way in which the two of you prosper. They may have had some realizations with this cosmic exploration. They may have had some realizations lately of other goals or hopes and dreams that they have for this connection when it comes to growth and growing together that perhaps they didn't have in the past. But at the end of the day, the biggest thing that I'm seeing here is they desire for this connection to continue growing and expanding and leveling up and evolving. Yeah. But let's go ahead and get you guys some advice before we end this reading. What advice is there for pile one when it comes to their connection? We have friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. What advice is there for pile one when it comes to their connection? Gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. And peace. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. Let's also go ahead and get you an affirmator. What advice is there for pile one, Spirit? We have love. Love is a many splendored thing. Today I will notice and appreciate at least 3 of those splendors, like the fact that puppies make me feel like a parent, or the surge of self-congratulation I feel when I sink a 3-point trash basket shot on the first try, or how about the chills I get when singing along to Name of Song, You Know the One. All right, pile 1, well, this is what I'm seeing for you guys today. I would love to hear about how it resonated in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to read for you, and I hope that I'll have the opportunity to read for you in another video soon. Bye! Hi, pile 2. If you chose this Daydreaming Love card, then this is going to be your reading on how your person is seeing you as well as this connection. And this is an oracle card representing how they are viewing your connection currently. I have more oracles as well. And for that, we have, when it comes to how they see you, we have Crow, Roadrunner, and the keyword is brave. We have Companion, and then when it comes to how they see your connection, we have the Vision and number 39, New Life. We're also going to go ahead and get tarot in a little while to see how your person is currently feeling, as well as pull more oracles to see what it is that they're hoping for in the future of this connection. But let's go ahead and start with how they are currently viewing you. And what I'm seeing is actually very sweet. I sense that there's a lot of trust that this person has for you, pile 2. They seem to view you as somebody who kind of helps them take their guard down or remove the walls that they've built up around themselves, or even if they're not actually working on removing those walls or removing the obstacles that they have put in place from others, in front of others, so that they can't necessarily be reached. You, for some reason, are able to see through the barriers, see through the walls, see through the facade, and see who they truly are. There's this knowing that you have when it comes to them, and they feel very safe and okay with you knowing them. The Companion is just giving me the energy of somebody that they can trust, somebody that they would trust with their life. If this is like a connection that's established and whatnot. Either way, there's trust here. There's a feeling of safety and a feeling of having a desire to be vulnerable with you, or at least feeling okay with the idea of vulnerability when it comes to you. They're also seeing you as somebody who is vulnerable themselves, is willing to put themselves on the line for the ones that they love, in the sense of you're willing to show the ones that you love who you truly are. Show the ones that you love your heart's desires, or your biggest fears, or whatever the case may be. There's a bravery to you that they see, in which you are willing to face the possibility of perhaps heartbreak in order to experience love. It's very sweet. The way the perspective is being portrayed here is very sweet. When it comes to how they see this connection, everything here is pointing towards the future. We have daydreaming love, but the key word that I'm picking up on is daydreaming. We have the Vision and we have new life. Everything is future oriented. This person sees beyond the here and now, and it's all positive stuff. It's not future oriented in the sense of anxiety or allowing fears to kind of creep in before anything's actually come into fruition. It's not like that. This person is very much feeling as though there is a future for this connection, and they daydream about it often. They see a lot of potential for where this connection can head, and they see endless opportunity when it comes to how far this connection can go. This is very optimistic. When it comes to how they see your connection, they see it through the lens of optimism and through the lens of somebody who sees potential with you long term, or at least in the future. Yeah, so let's go ahead and, if that's resonating, let's go ahead and look into how your person is currently feeling. Okay. How does pile 2's person feel for pile 2? How does pile 2's person feel for pile 2? Yep, we have the Lovers. How do they feel for pile 2? What are their current feelings? What are pile 2's person's current feelings? We have Justice. We have the Ten of Wands. What are their current feelings? We have the Moon and the Two of Pentacles. Why is the Lovers here? We have the Six of Pentacles. Why is Justice here? We have the Eight of Wands. Why is the Ten of Wands here? We have the King of Wands. Why is the Moon here? We have the Nine of Wands. And why is the Two of Pentacles here? Okay. We have the Knight of Wands. And then on the back of the deck, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So what is your person currently feeling? Like I was saying with when it comes to how they see you as like a safe person to be vulnerable with, they feel that safety and level of security very deeply. They feel it so much so that they are willing to face their fears and not give up. Like how I was mentioning how anxiety can be like a future-oriented type of energy that really reflects fears or what ifs kind of thing that haven't even happened yet. It seems like there's obviously we all experience those kinds of emotions, and this person is no different, but it seems like they're willing to kind of face the illusion of fear or what fear tells them. There are times where I would say that our fears are there for a reason. They're there to keep us safe. They're there to protect us. And then there are times where our fears are attempting to protect us from something that is not actually a danger. But our fears can't distinguish that. And it seems like this person is willing to do the job of actually facing their fears and distinguishing what fears are actually important to listen to and what fears are perhaps misguided or misdirected, because they feel safe and secure enough to do that. I would say like this person's nervous system feels very, very calm. There's like an element of peace here that I sense with the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. There's like just this sigh of relief that like comes from these two cards together, of recognizing that like not everything needs to be figured out at once, not everything needs to be rushed. I don't have to run from this. Things can unfold naturally and slowly. And I feel that sigh of relief again with the Ten of Wands and the King of Wands. There's a release here. This person doesn't feel the heaviness that perhaps they have felt in the past, or they may still feel this burden of what it means to put yourself out there in order to get what it is that you want. But at the same time, they're slowly releasing it. like the safety continues with the Lovers and the Six of Pentacles. This is telling me that they feel as though their love is reciprocated. They feel as though this is an equal type of union in which both parties are giving and taking equally, and there's definitely care and concern for one another. There's an element of like selflessness here, or a level of partnership here that's really being highlighted. And also, again, with the Ten of Pentacles, we have this feeling of long-term potential, of building a life with you, of looking towards the future and seeing the legacy that will once be left behind. There's just such a future-oriented type of energy and emotion that this person is feeling. And I see it with Justice and the Eight of Wands as well. This to me is indicative of somebody who is growing. They feel themselves growing, expanding, evolving because of this connection. Let's see what it is that they desire. What are pile two's person's desires for this connection? What are pile two's person's desires? So we have under a spell. What are their desires for this connection? We have inside looking out, a fearful world, coming right out over the moon and the Nine of Wands. And let's get one more. And we have healing through rest. This is so... it goes hand in hand with how they're feeling. Like I would say that, and then we have Justice as the bottom of the deck energy. I would say that this person definitely feels that where this connection is at right now is okay. Like they're at peace with where this connection is at, and they're excited for the future. They want to continue with inside looking out in a fearful world. They want to continue growing, evolving, facing their fears, because they're recognizing that this is a connection that's worth all of that. And with healing through rest, this is telling me that they're okay with things happening very slowly, unfolding naturally. What they desire from this connection is already happening. They're very much content with where this connection is at, is what I would say. Let's go ahead and get you some advice before we finish this reading. What advice is there for pile two when it comes to their connection? What advice is there? Peacefulness. I have a peaceful, tranquil, and untroubled heart. This is where I choose to spend my time. I can bring guests, but any person, thought, or event that brings drama or chaos is not invited. My heart is a special property, and I'm going to keep it that way so we can all keep enjoying it, and I can get my security deposit back. Let's also get you some of these. What advice is there for pile two when it comes to their connection with this person? Doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. And service. I feel good when I can help others. Okay, pile two. Well, this is what I'm seeing for you guys today. I would love to hear about how this resonated in the comment section down below. And thank you so much for watching. I hope that I will have the chance to read for you in another video soon. Bye. Hi, pile three. If you chose the offering card, then this is going to be your reading on how your person sees you, as well as how they are seeing this connection. So this particular card here is representative of how they are seeing your connection. And we also have the Vessel and number 38 to be fair. And then when it comes to how they're seeing you, we have Spider, Martyr, and Ermine. And the key word is clarity. Okay. And we're also going to go ahead and pull tarot in a little bit to see how they're currently feeling. But what I would say for you guys, pile 3, is that your person kind of sees you as somebody who is their own savior, if you will, or their own knight in shining armor. You seem to be somebody who really is intentional and deliberate in the actions that you take. Somebody who is in their own personal power when it comes to the paths that they are taking, their own creativity. And I kind of get the feeling that this may be a perspective shift for this person, where in the past perhaps they thought that you were somebody who needed them or had a lot going on, and so they wanted to swoop in and save you. And I get the feeling that there has been a perspective shift here where they're realizing that you were much stronger than what they originally had thought. You are much more capable and much more intentional when it comes to how you go about life than they had originally anticipated. And when it comes to how they're seeing this connection, what I would say is that they're recognizing, I kind of get the feeling that they feel as though this connection, how do I want to say this? With the vessel here, what this is indicating is something holding another thing together. Like if you have water, it can't be contained without a container of some kind. And so they're viewing this connection as something that needs to be contained in order for it to actually be. And they're recognizing that that's not necessarily how connections are supposed to be. There's supposed to be freedom in connections and surrendering and allowing things to go with the flow. And that's what the offering is about. It's about releasing what control you want, and surrendering to what is, or surrendering to the flow, which is very conflicting energy from the vessel, which is very much an energy of grasping, of containing, of holding on. And so I sense that this is something that this person has been struggling with when it comes to this connection, is releasing the need to control, or releasing the need to not allow this connection to flow its natural course. And they're seeing now that this connection actually has the potential to teach them a lot. I just sense a lot of like perspective shifts here. Like I kind of get the feeling like perhaps they came into this connection thinking that they were going to be this person who swooped in and had everything under control and everything went their way, and you fit this particular persona that they had envisioned, and none of what they had envisioned for themselves actually was what happened, because I sense that there's lessons that this person is currently learning when it comes to surrender, and when it comes to allowing those around you the freedom to be themselves, when it comes to acknowledging that there is free will at play when it comes to interacting with others. So let's go ahead and look into how they're feeling. If that has resonated with you, let's go ahead and look into how this person is currently feeling about you and the connection. Okay, how is pile 3's person currently feeling? Okay, so we have the 10 of Swords, Six of Cups, Five of Swords, and the Moon. Why is the Ten of Swords here? We have the Eight of Pentacles. Why is the Six of Cups here? We have the Five of Wands. Why is the Five of Swords here? We have the Hanged Man. And why is the Moon here? We have the Eight of Cups, and then on the back of the deck we have the Seven of Swords. Wow. Okay. This is interesting. So how is this person currently feeling? Let's start with this Ten of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. This person feels defeated by the fact that what they were fixated on did not come true. This person seems to be somebody who really, like, there's just so much here indicating a need to hold on or control. And it feels like tunnel vision. Like there was a specific, like if you look at this person, there's all of these other pinnacles and they are really focused on this one pinnacle at hand, and they couldn't care less about any of these other ones because this is the one that they want. And it seems like this person is currently feeling as though the goal that they had in mind, or the path that they had expected for this connection, didn't go exactly as planned. And even though there may have been all these other routes it could have taken, it didn't go how they wanted, and it's left them feeling very defeated. They don't see any other, and the Ten of Swords is all about really painful endings. It feels like what it is that they had worked for didn't come true, and now there's nothing left to do besides kind of mourn this and feel hurt by it. I kind of feel like I kind of get the feeling that they're viewing you with the Spider, the Martyr, and the Ermine. They're viewing you as somebody who perhaps has chosen a different path for yourself than what it is that they would have liked. Chosen something other than what their vision was in mind. And I feel like it really bothers them. It really, really bothers them. With the Six of Cups here, it's like they want things to go. There's an energy of nostalgia here. This is a card of nostalgia, of looking back on the past, of people from your past returning, of apologies, and of love, but like really innocent love. And I sense that they want things to go back to how they thought things were headed before their perspective shifted. But at the same time, there's conflict here. Like, I get the feeling that in order to return, or in order to... There's just conflict here in the sense of them recognizing that the nostalgia that they feel isn't necessarily reality. They're like at a battle with themselves over this. And they see, I get the feeling like there's just what I sense with this Five of Swords and the Hanged Man, the message that comes to mind is a my way or the highway type of energy. Like, this person is kind of feeling stuck, I would say, because they don't necessarily feel as though they have control. And I sense a very strong need to have control with the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is definitely an energy of somebody trying to control, trying to be calculated in their approach, trying to manipulate, but really the energy that I'm getting here is a need to control. And it's coming through very heavily. And the need to control is what the offering talks about. It's releasing the need to control. And they're having a very difficult time with it. It doesn't feel comfortable for them. I get the feeling that this is something that is kind of like a shadow aspect of themselves. Perhaps feeling as though they know what's best for everybody. They know what's best for every aspect of their life. And needing that much control is something that stems from fears. And it doesn't really seem as though this is something that this person necessarily wants to actively work on or look at within themselves. They'd like to keep it as an illusion. They'd like to just walk away from this discomfort rather than actually have to work on kind of releasing the need to control. Let's see what it is that they would like if they... Okay, girl, you gotta go. You gots to go, mama. Yeah, let's go ahead and look into what their desires for this connection are. I also see with the moon and the Eight of Cups, like perhaps not walking away from it, but again, recognizing that there is truth to be found in the shadowy parts of themselves. And they're currently working through that, but they haven't found what the truth behind this need within them to kind of not flow with life, but flow with life. I hope that makes sense. There's like a subtle awareness that something isn't, that they don't have the amount of trust that they should in the universe, in others. There's mistrust here, which causes this impulse to kind of really have a fixated, rigid outlook on life. But let's go ahead and look into what it is that they desire. What does pile 3's person desire with pile 3? What are they hoping will happen? Okay, we have good things, slimy, make it look like the night, and Rainbow Bridge. Okay. So that's interesting. The make it look like the night is all about illusions, which is what the moon is all about as well. I sense that this person genuinely does desire to figure out what's going on within themselves, get rid of the icky feelings that they have. This slimy card is a feeling of jealousy, or of just like an overall ickiness, that, or a feeling of being inferior that doesn't need to be here. And there's a desire within themselves to kind of confront that about themselves and confront their feelings of perhaps unworthiness, so that they can move on. With this Rainbow Bridge, this is the Fool energy. This is somebody about to take a leap and just trust that there's this rainbow, but they don't know what's underneath them. There could be nothing there to catch them, but there's a desire within them to learn how to trust, because what's on the other end of trusting what the universe has in store for you instead of resisting are good things. But they have to release this resistance first. Let's go ahead and get you guys some advice before we end this reading. What advice is there for pile 3 when it comes to this connection? Failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. And blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. And I think that if you are anywhere in the vicinity of how this person views you, this would be confirmation that what you're doing by looking after yourself, by intentionally making choices that you deem are good and healthy for you, is exactly what you should be doing, rather than perhaps doing what other people think is best for you. Let's go ahead and get an affirmator. What advice is there for pile 3 when it comes to their connection? We have story of my life. As I tell myself the story of what's happening in my life, I choose to make it the kind of story where even the tough parts have a sort of inner beauty. It's ultimately a happy story where every character, no matter how wicked, is doing their best. And let me tell you, it'll be worth it when I earned that Pulitzer Prize for Best Inner Monologue. All right, pile 3, well, this is what I'm seeing for you guys today. If this resonated, I would love to hear about how it did in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to read for you guys today. This is something that I really love doing, and I'm always honored when people click on these videos, so thank you. And I hope that I will have the opportunity to read for you in another video soon. Bye!